Peace, good evening, and grand rising, depending on when you watch this video. My name is Nazir Sadiria, and today we're going to be we're going to talk about the Ascension that took place on December the 20th, 2020, and December the 21st, 2020. I honored it actually the evening of December 20th, 2020, because, well, for several reasons. The first being that the quote unquote ascension took place at 2 a.m. in the morning on December the 21st, 2020, which would be the evening or that night of 12:20, 2 a.m. in the morning, 12:21. If you stayed up, you would have, it's after midnight. And technically, for all of you who know, midnight doesn't necessarily start the morning. That's just what it was changed to give a timeline of the 24-hour period. So the evening actually starts, or the morning actually starts at sundown, and that's the morning of. So technically, we would have been celebrating it on the 20th, which makes sense because the ancestors and my intuitive self told me that we needed to celebrate it on the 20th because it's an eye-opening experience and it opens up the third eye. So that would make sense that when they said that we're going to get 20/20 vision. So it's 20, third eye, 20/20. So 20/20/20 vision. 2020 on the 20th is 20/20/20 vision. All three of your eyes should have been open. So first of all, I received an eye-opening experience way before the 20th or the 21st, however you want to look at it. I started getting eye-opening experiences maybe like I've been getting eye-opening experiences, but really clear eye-opening experiences probably starting late October, but really in November, like highly in November. I'm gonna tell some personal information that is a little, hey, I'm gonna go there with you because I keep it real. Y'all know I keep it real. And my feminine cycle, I've been it's always in alignment with the moon cycle, which as women it should be. It should either, most women get it either on it should be in alignment with either the new moon or the full moon. And I've always haven't always been that way, but I've aligned it that way, and I've done moon rituals and moon bathing to get it that way. And just a side note for you women who want to get pregnant, aligning your cycle with the new moon is the easiest way to get pregnant, and I'll just keep it at that. So some of my clients have tried to align their cycles with the moon, and then shortly after that they're having problems conceiving. Shortly after that they get pregnant, because that's the actual 28-day cycle that we should be on with the moon. So okay, so back to this ascension. So anyway, I say that I'm in alignment with the moon, my feminine cycle, is because I did not receive it in November. I was expecting it on the new moon, did not show up. On the full moon, did not show up. But ironically, on the 20th, it shows up. So I thought that was a gift within itself to detoxify and release during this ascension time, because that's what this was all about, is releasing everything from the third dimensional cycle and ascending into this this new dimension. So I was excited about that. I know a lot of you women aren't excited about what goes along with that, but it is what it is. You're gonna get it anyway, so you might as well get it with a spiritual pretense behind it. So with that being said, that day I had some friends and family over, and we partook in some of the plant-based spirit molecules. Now, again, my videos are not for everyone. They are not for everyone. They are for the light beings, the awakened, and those who are star seeds. So because of that, there are certain things that you already are privy to. You've already researched, you've already received downloads and stuff like that. So I don't have to go back and explain some of the things that some of the things that I say, because you already have an overstanding. And if you don't have an overstanding, you'll go do the research and be like, oh, okay, that's what she meant. I knew what she was talking about. Okay, just the wording was a little throwed, but whatever. Or it wasn't throwed, I just didn't understand the wording. But now I get it, because been there, done that, going through it, whatever. So if I say something and you don't understand it, I'm probably not going to go in the comments and say, hey, this is what this means. It's like, okay, do the research, okay? So again, I had some comrades over and we partook in the spirit molecule to heighten the experience of this ascension that I had already been receiving, and to be open to receive more information, downloads, gifts, blessings, whatever you want to call it, in all realms of who I am. So it was such an amazing experience. It was so amazing. And I'm not going to go into details on what happened, because one thing that I was told by my intuition, and that's what I'm calling it in 2021, my intuition, because some great things happened and I'm no longer speaking to my higher self anymore. I am my higher self, and I am my God being, and I am my physical being, and I am my spiritual being, and I am my human being. We are all encompassed in this vessel together, joining, holding hands, and doing the work together. There are times when you will talk to me and I will be in my physical, and if that's how I feel today and I get crump with you because that's where you want to take me, then you're going to meet my physical side. There may be a day where you talk to me and I'm highly elevated, all levels of fifth dimension is present, and we will have this spiritual, amazing healing talk. And it's all coming from a great place. But being an empath, what I'm learning is to tune that into one body, one being, and to learn how to transmute. And I'm going to talk about transmutation because one of the gifts that I received is being able to really see people's energy. I've always had this ability, but now it's like I see with an extra eye now. That third eye is open. So when you walk in the room, I truly see your energy. I've always been able to see it at an early age, and I think I talked about this in my last video. But over the years, it's gotten stronger. In my energy sessions, I can read your energy. It talks to me. It's how I massage. Like, people say, well, how did you know I had to crick my neck? I didn't even mention that. I don't know. The energy just took me over there, and I just felt that blockage, and I released it. I don't know why I knew your big toe was hurting. I just felt the energy there. And it's not even something that I'm like going around trying to feel. It just guides me there, and I just start working on it. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know I did that. You know what I'm saying? So, but one of the gifts that I received when that extra eye opened up thoroughly and completely, I not only was able to feel it with my hands now, and I was not only able to feel it with my being, I was able to see through it and past it. So it's kind of cool. It's cool, but it's not cool because I'm an empath. And I will explain what an empath is, because there are a lot of definitions of an empath, and I want you to understand what my definition is, so you can see if that relates to you and what I'm talking about. So my definition of an empath is someone who takes on the energy of other people, and an amazing empath can take on that energy and transmute it away from them. The most of us who are just now finding out we're empaths and didn't know what that was or how to deal with it, we've in the past have taken that energy on and kept it there. And it can come off as depression, anxiety, bipolarism, schizophrenia, did I say depression? Depression, um, manic depression, suicide thoughts, um, tiredness and fatigue, ADD. There's so many forms of things that it could take place, because what's happening is you have your energy, and then you've taken on the person's energy that's next to you, and then some of us can take on multiple energies at once, right? So you could be in a subway or a BART train, or on a train or bus or something like that, and this person right here is depressed, this person right here is excited, this person right here is angry, this person over here is sad, and you have all this energy that's on you, and you just then you wonder why you have an anxiety attack. Then you got your own thoughts, and all those thoughts are coming in, like you upset because you got into it with your boss at work today, and you don't know if you're gonna have a job tomorrow. And then this person is over here is excited because they just had a baby, and this one over here can't pay their rent, and this one over here is just arguing with they dude, and this one over here, she going through suicidal thoughts. So you got all of this on you, right? And then you get to the house and you wonder why you're depressed all of a sudden. Why am I feeling sad? Why am I depressed? Why am I what's going on with me? Then you end up drinking, having a drinking problem, or you smoke a lot of, whatever you smoke. Maybe you smoke cannabis to or to get away from dealing with all that, or whatever other vice you have, eating a lot or whatever. And then you develop all these other bad habits. So as an empath, what I was gifted, because that is me, I do take on other people's energy, and I try to take my spiritual baths or spiritual showers. I try to light my candles and meditate, and do my mantras and my yoga and all of that, to release all of that off of me, and to do my affirmations and stuff like that. But sometimes it's just in the moment, it's hard to come back, because if I'm at work and I have a client that's on the table and she has all these emotions going on over her, and I can't go do that at that moment. So that's on me all day until I, get home and release that. Or it's on me until I got 5 minutes, because I might have back-to-back clients, that I have 5 or 10 minutes to go somewhere and to release that off of me. And I try to release that after each client. That's the goal, is to release it after each client. So, but sometimes it just, the residue is there throughout the day, throughout the week, whatever. So it's important for us to do our own spiritual work. Now, in the moment, when someone's attacking you or they're aggressive towards you, you tend to go back into your physical self, and you will say stuff and do stuff and respond the way you feel fit. I'm not saying nothing's low vibrational. If somebody's coming for you, you come back. Hey, I don't have a problem with that. It's what happens after that. After they leave and they feel good about what happened, about how they resolved everything, y'all cool and y'all dap it up. Sometimes it takes an empath like 2 or 3 hours to get, or more, a day or 2 days, or sometimes a week if you don't deal. It takes you some time to get that off of you. Even though you had your piece and you said what you needed to say, it's still the residue, because wherever, even if they were in a dark place, or they were in a aggressive energy, you still have that on you. So you gotta release that. So the gift that I received on 2020 was the ability to learn how to transmute that energy immediately, in the moment. How to transmute that energy in the moment. Now, let me say this. This is the disclaimer. When someone gives you a gift, let's just say it's a high-tech gift. You get the new iPhone. You get the new drone. You get the new Xbox game or whatever. It's a technology that's in place where there's a learning process for you to know how to use the game to its full capacity. How you can use all the perks and the benefits and all of that, how you can maneuver through the game, how you can, work the phone, all the gadgets on it, how to use it and everything. There's all these new gadgets that were on your old phone, and now you got to figure out, oh man, I could FaceTime, I could do this, I couldn't do this on my old phone, or I could I could do, whatever. I can download this app, but I couldn't download that app on my other phone. Or I can do this in a new game. There's all these new gadgets and these new perks, right? So it takes time for you to perfect that. I don't even want to say perfect. It takes time for you to know how to use those things, right? So that's the thing about a gift. Just because someone gives you a gift doesn't mean, or just because you received a gift doesn't mean that you have expertise at utilizing that gift from day one. Just like skates. You get gifted skates for Christmas, you might fall 10, 20 times before you learn how to ride your skates, right? Or the skateboard or your hoverboard or whatever it is. Same thing. Perfect example. Same thing. First time I got on skates, I did not know how to ride them. First thing I got on a bike, I had to use training wheels. So that's what a lot of these gifts that we received, we have training wheels. So with that training wheels, you're going to receive simulations. You're going to get simulations that are going to send you through a training program or a training phase or the beginning phase of your gift. And indeed, I've already received a couple of them. So, ability to see you when you walk in the room and to know who you are, whether you're in a dark space at that point, depression, stress, fatigue, overwhelming, anxiety, whatever's going on, I can see that. And then when I see that you want to put that energy, which I'll call a vampire energy, you want to put that on me or anybody else in the room, I see that before it even happens. But now I have to learn how can I transmute that? How can I not allow that person to put that on me? I see it, I know what it is, but I don't want them to put that on me and keep it on me. That's the power of transmutation. So that's what I'm learning how to do. Those are the training wheels that I have on right now, is to learn how to change that energy and keep it in light. The vampires in the room, how do we make sure that we don't get bit? That's the superpower. That's the ultimate superpower of that particular gift. There are a lot of superpowers, but that particular superpower is transmute. How can you see racist and they call you the N-word and you say what you gotta say, but you don't kick their butt to the point where you going to jail that night? You don't do the things that, and let's say you do that. Let's say that's your thing. You want to kick some butt, okay? That's cool. That's your thing. That's your thing. Not my thing. That's your thing. After you do it, you're supposed to have this feeling of like relief, but you won't. You won't have that feeling of relief. You're going to have a feeling of the energy behind that is going to be a low vibrational energy, because you had to go to where they were at to get to them, because that's where they were taking you. You were here, they were here, they pulled you down to their energy to get to so that y'all were here. You attacked them and did what you had to do, which brought you, now you're feeling lower because you were here, and it's such a drastic leap. It's a big leap. And it's harsh on your mind, body, and soul to do that. I'm telling you, when you're here, you're fifth dimensional now, right? And then somebody says something to bring you back to the fifth. It's almost like you jump off the building, you bum rush them. Now your ass is trying to figure out how to get back up there where you were, way up there. Okay? So that's the transmutation. How can you still deal with this person here and come back here immediately and not stay stuck down there? That's 3D, 4D, and 5D. That's what it's all about. That's the whole ascension process that they were talking about. It's not about you'll be able to fly, you'll be able to see through walls, you'll be able to, eat with no spoon and fork. I don't know, whatever you thought you was going to get. But it's more about being able to read energy of everything, because we're all energy, and knowing how to live in a space of love, which is the fifth dimension. And if you got to go down to the third dimension for whatever reason, how to be able to come right back up. Because we should be able to go whoosh, save a couple people, come back up. We should be able to whoosh, help a couple people come back up. We should be able to talk to a couple people that are there, that are in that space of energy, and come back up. But we shouldn't have to go and stay there, and we fall splat, and we're stuck there, and stuck there. The ascended beings, the light beings, the star seeds have to learn how to get to the fifth dimensional thought patterns from the heart and glide back up to the top. That is levitating. I ain't talking about the levitating that y'all was thinking about getting. I'm not talking about knowing how to fly. A lot of y'all was having dreams of flying. I had about 4 or 5 people call me, text me the week before and said that they saw themselves flying. And they were going fast, some were going slow, some were going backwards, all this stuff. I want you to know that I was just told right now that the flying was your ability to go to the third and maneuver and fly around and come right back up to the fifth. That's flying. That's flying. That's flying. So, transmutation. How do you do that? You do it through the breath. Life is breath. Life is breath. In the Bible, it talks about they breathed, in the beginning, they breathed it into existence. It was breathed into existence, right? So, again, what my intuition told me that night was, anything you want is about the breath. So, if you're attacking me with your words, if you're verbally abusing me, a third dimensional being will automatically come from the mind. Oh, they're attacking me. I'm going to attack back. What am I going to say? Then they go to the heart, right? The mind talks to the heart gets upset, the heart feels attacked, you're an empath, that energy comes on you. The first thing you do is you get hurt, fearful, or you feel attacked, and it's fight or flight, because it's all from the heart, because the mind is talking to the heart, telling it what to do, and then the words come out, sure, right? There's nothing in between that. It's attacked, in the mind, come out this way, right? 2 chakras are being used. The heart chakra, the throat chakra. Third eye was not involved in that. It's because the brain, everybody thinks, you think up here. You really don't think from here. You think from your heart. You think from your heart. And let me show you an example. So you attack me, I feel it in my heart. I get upset. The emotion that I get from my heart is anger, frustration, fear, aggressiveness. That's what you gave me. That's what I received. Now I'm going to think about what to say, and I talk it out. Okay? If you are fifth dimensional, what you do is someone attacks you, right? You feel it in your heart. That's the heart chakra, right? Same chakra as when you're in the third. You feel it in your heart. You breathe. Life is breath. So what are you going to create now? You are now in your God energy. You received it. It still hurt. It still made you angry. It still made you have fear. But now are you going to give it life? You breathe it out, which means you've released it. It came to the heart. You've released it back out into the universe, right? It's no longer yours. You didn't take that on, bring it up to the mind, take it out, and then you take it out. You can probably, even when you do that in the third dimension, you don't breathe. That's why when sisters, brothers get mad, we like, there's no breath. I do that. It's a perfect example. I'm a perfect example. We do not breathe. We don't take no breaths. We just, bam, bam, blah, blah, blah. You blurt it out. So, the fifth dimensional way of doing that is to take it in, still affects you. You breathe it out. It goes up to the third chakra, not the mind, because you're not thinking about it. You bring it to the third chakra, which is the higher being, spiritual part of yourself, right? And then you bring it down to the throat chakra and you express what you have to say. It still may be the same thing that you were going to say in the third dimension. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is you've breathed out the vampire energy that was put on you. And now this is purely your energy. And you can say what you want to say. You can say it how you want to say it. And you're not holding on to that energy, and you're not expressing yourself through the energy of how they feel about you. You're expressing your energy, but how you feel about them. Like I said, you call me the N word, I take that on. It goes up here, kick their ass, boom, you respond with your fist. Or here, you call them something, whatever. But if I take that, they call me the N word, I breathe, I release that in the air because that's not who I am or what I am. Then I bring it to the third eye, and the third eye say, how are we going to deal with this on a spiritual level? Well, we can let them know that that's not cool that they said that, but I'm not taking on that energy. It's coming straight from me. It still may be, depending on who you are, a butt whooping. It still may be words back and forth, but at least you're not holding on to that energy of what they've left you with. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you guys understand that. I hope I got that point across. Another thing I was told is to drink water. And we all don't have time to sip when somebody's messing with us. But yes, we do. Because there are times when somebody, they coming for you. And you sitting there and you hold your breath. First of all, breathe. Take your sip of water. And then you say what you got to say. So I asked my intuitive self, I said, okay, what if there's no water around? They said, swallow. So you take your breath. You swallow. And then you say what you want to say. That gives you time to release the vampire energy. While you're releasing the vampire energy with the breath, that energy, your energy that's on your heart, your energy, not theirs, goes up to the spiritual eye. Before you say anything, we give it water, which we are 70% water, right? 70% water we are. So you're giving it water to be able to bring out the life of the words that you want to say. If you don't have your water, you swallow. That's still some kind of water, fluid that comes from the physical water within us. Transmute. Again, I'm not telling anybody that being fifth dimensional puts you on this pedestal where you have to be, you know what I'm saying? It's just your recovery process. I know for me, I've been in situations where I've seen people fight. It happened to me once where you were actually in a physical fight, and I've seen people say this, that they've been in physical fights and they just start kicking butt, and then when they got pulled off the person or in the end of it, they don't remember anything. They kind of blacked out. That is that energy coming on you. You responding to it and you just going for it. There's no thought behind it. There's nothing. I've heard people getting killed that way. Like they blacked out and the person's on the ground dead. You know what I'm saying? Because they punched them out to death. Or they cut them up or whatever because they was coming for their kids or they was coming for their family and they felt like they had to do that. and then they realize, why, I don't know how I even did that. I don't know why I did that. I don't know what took over me. I don't know what possessed me. I don't know. And I'm telling you, it was the energy of the person that you were dealing with, that you took on their energy, and you pretty much became them. You pretty much became them, met them where they were at, and took on more than what they even had, because you had your own aggressiveness, your own anxiousness, your own fear, your own hatred, or I don't even call it hatred, but your own resentment, because this person is treating you or the person that you love a certain way. So you have that in you, and then you took on what they had and you put it back on them. And then you woke up and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I broke this person's arm. I can't believe I gave this person a black eye. I can't believe I bloodied up this person. You know what I'm saying? So this whole transmuting training will teach you how to be in control of your energy and transmute their energy in the process. And like I said, I'm in training. I haven't perfected this. I was gifted with a little bit more insight to see the energy before it comes to me. Now the game is, what do I do with that information? How do I deal with it once it comes and attacks me? It's like almost knowing that there's a person at the end of the block and they got a knife and they coming for you. And you at the house and you like, oh shoot, I just got a message that so-and-so is walking down the street with a knife. You know, how am I going to protect myself? They come into my house right now. They about 3 minutes away. What do I do? Right? Now you breathe it. You drink your water. And then you go to the master plan and figure out what you're going to do. You got 3 minutes. That's not a lot of time. You got 1 minute. You got 30 seconds. What are you going to do? In the past, what am I going to do? Am I going to get the knife? Am I going to call 911? Am I going to call for backup? Am I going to hide? What are you going to do? But you have more options to make the best decision possible. Am I going to leave the house? But what we've been doing from a three-dimensional element is we've been, oh shoot, they coming down the street. You grab your knife, because you grab your knife and you just run down the street attacking them. Ah! And you attack them, right? And then they chopping you up, you chopping them up, and it's crazy, right? And then at the end of it, you're both bloody and cut. So we want to avoid that. We want to be able to have more time. And we know that time does not really exist. Time is something that we put in place to allow us to take the time to breathe and drink water, so that we can have the process. The process can be as elevated as possible. Technically, that's what time is. Time is to give you a chance to maneuver through situations and get them done so that you can elevate and evolve to a specific place. I don't care if it's time for you to study so that you can take the test tomorrow. I don't care if it's time for you to work on yourself so you can be better for a relationship. I don't care if it's time for you to get that project done for work. We've put time in place in these simulations so that we can go through our training. So that's pretty much it. This is a short video about that. If you have any questions, I would love for you to put them in the comments. Again, do your research on some of the topics that I talked about. I would love to find out what happened to you that day of Ascension. Also, that is one of the minor things that like I said, I've always had that ability to read energy. Now I can just read it. It's almost like I got glasses, because that third eye opened up. So now I don't only have the two physical eyes, but I have a third spiritual eye that's open. So it's not like I got this huge gift. I'm grateful to the universe and self for giving it to me, but it's nothing that wasn't already there. You know what I'm saying? So for you all that say you didn't get any gifts, then I'm honestly gonna have to tell you to do some more self-work, because we all have gifts. And only thing that happened during this time period, and that's still happening, it's not like the gifts were all given out. It ain't like Santa Claus, you was bad so you didn't get nothing. It's like you still entitled to your gifts. It's up to you to receive them. It's up to you to be healed enough to receive them. There were many things that were expressed to me on how to do that. I'm not ready to go through training for all of that stuff. There was a lot of things that I was able to be open-minded to receive, but everything comes with a price. And I'm not going to tell people about it, because it's like, if I get skates for the holidays, for the Kwanzaa, and I tell you, hey girl, I got me some skates, and you want to go to the skating park and I don't know how to skate, what's the use? Wait till I get my skates and I can go skate with you before I tell you, that I got skates. That's how I feel about it. So I have not revealed, and I'm not going to reveal all of the gifts that I received, because they've always been there. They were just enhanced by my third eye being opened, and the elevation of the third eye, which is my spiritual being who resides in the fifth dimension. It allowed me to elevate higher at a higher place, but I still got to go through training in order to really say I have that gift, the capacity of really utilizing that gift. It's like I got the gift, but it's still wrapped up in the closet until mama says that, hey, you good enough to go ride a skateboard, or you use your skates. So don't be upset if you feel like you didn't get anything. Intuitively what your superpowers are. And if you don't know what your superpowers are, breathe and drink water. I'm telling you, breathe and drink water. Breathe and drink water. It will reveal so much to you. In your meditations, breathe and drink water. One thing I was told is to drink more water. Like, I literally was told to go drink 3 bottles of water before I sat down to even talk to the ancestors. Like, I had to drink 3, which is 2 of these, because this holds 16 ounces. So I drank 2.5 of these, okay? Because that's 3 water bottles. And I was like, dang, it's a lot. I thought, man, that's a lot of water, but it wasn't, because I was thirsty to receive the knowledge. And I downed that water. And it felt like I was still thirsty. So I actually drank more, because after I drank that, I tapped in so much. When I tap in, I usually get really thirsty, and I end up drinking another half a bottle of water. So that's another tidbit I'm going to tell you. Drink a lot of water and breathe. Breathe. And breathe before you respond to people as well. Like old boy says, take in some of that good ass prana. So I love you all. And there's more to come in this 2020 and this 2021. And go through your simulations. I know they're going to be hard. I know they're going to be challenging, but they will make you greater, and they will enhance the power that you already have. And once you enhance that power and you're good at it, then you can teach others how to get good at that power as well. Because we all have the same superpowers. Some are tapped in, some aren't. Some have went through their training, some have not. And some don't do their breath work. And some don't believe they have it. There are some people that I've seen that be like, what we supposed to get some superpowers? Well, no, you should already have superpowers. We're just tapping into it. And specifically melanated people, again, it's how you treat your body, how you treat your spirit, how you treat your mind. And that's going to determine where you are with receiving your spiritual gifts. Okay? I love you all. I thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. The more you like and subscribe to my channel, the more people that are going through the same experience I can reach. And I pray and affirm that you all have a amazing rest of the year, this Gregorian year, and that you continue to stay elevated. Peace, love, and light. Namaste, Ashe, Selah.